Okay, what's going on, y'all? You're back. You're listening to Occupy the Media. I'm your host again, Paco. Just want to let you know we are running a promotion this month called Inflate This. For every donation of $20 or more, we will send donors their very own Ron Paul blimp from our sponsors at ronpaulblimps.com. So donate to Ron Paul Radio at ronpaulradio.com/support, and then head over to ronpaulblimps.com to get your own promotional blimps to fly the message of liberty in your town. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into our interview. We have on the line Amir. Amir, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me, man?
Yeah, man, you're coming in clear. Everything's good. Same thing on my end?
Cool, perfect. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, well, just to let our listeners know, Amir, we have on the line, is an Iranian American. He's actually also helping out with LA Liberty headquarters. And I wanted to get him on today so we can kind of talk about, Iran and about the country of Iran, and also about our government, hyping up the terrorists, so-called, from Iran, and about bombing them. So we're just going to go get into that. And so, Amir, I wanted to ask you first, or discuss first with you, kind of about the people of Iran, like the culture, everybody thinking that we should be scared. Why should we treat Iranians just the same as anybody else?
Right, well, I mean, first of all, the Iranian people are a sovereign people, and, they're just like anybody else. People in America are assuming that these people are completely oppressed, that, they live in a desert or something, and that Iran is similar to Iraq, for example, which it isn't at all. And, people are getting this common misconception, and all they have to do really is look into Iran just a little, look into the history of Iran, and, they're estimated to be about 1 million Iranian Americans here, so, we're everywhere. So, if you can just get in touch with the Iranian American and learn a little bit about the culture, you'll see that we're just as similar as everybody else. Yeah.
Now, what about the freedoms that over there in that country? Now, if you listen to the media, like you said, you would think you're in a third world nation where everybody's chained up or something, or there's dictators everywhere. Are there freedoms in Iran? Are they really strict over there? Like, in regards to that, how is it over there?
Right. Well, I mean, I would have to say that it is pretty strict there. They have a pretty complex system of government that a lot of people don't really understand. I could go through that real quick. In Iran, the Americans usually think that Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, has all this power to do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, but in reality, the elected officials, including the president and members of parliament, they don't really hold as much authority as the supervisory bodies, which include the Expediency Council, the Council of Guardians, and the Assembly of Experts, which is they're appointed by the Supreme Leader. And the Supreme Leader and his guys are the people that are wielding a lot of power. And right now in Iran, there's a power struggle between Ahmadinejad's camp and the Grand Ayatollah. So, in Iran, I'd say people are definitely less free than they are here because, for example, it is law for women to wear headscarves. Obviously we don't have those kinds of laws here, but, anything that our government says that Iran is guilty for in regards to human rights, I'm sure America is also guilty of it as well.
So what about the so-called getting slashes and getting whipped and hanging people in public and things like that? Talk
right,
about
yeah,
that.
And that is an absolute reality there. I mean, it's pretty similar in a lot of Middle Eastern countries there. I mean, Iran is a country run by religion, and as we've seen, throughout history, governments that are run through religion don't really work because when they take their own interpretation of the religion and they spread it to the people, there are public executions in Iran. If you're gay in Iran, for example, and you get caught, you'll get executed. They'll hang you in the middle of the street.
If you're what? You said if you're gay?
If you're gay, yeah. If you're gay, for example, and if you're protesting against the government, I know a lot of people myself who have, gone to the worst prisons in Iran and have been tortured for their political beliefs. People who were, part of the Green movement right after the elections a few years ago that almost led to a revolution in the country. The conditions there are definitely not like they are here, but at the same time, you don't have to be scared to walk in the streets in Iran. I've been there multiple times, and, at the end of the day, it's not some kind of police state where there are, police on every street corner in every city in the country telling you how to live your life, When I traveled to the outskirts, my mom's side of the family is actually from Natanz, which is where one of the nuclear power plants are. I've seen it with my own eyes, and the people there, it's just a small community. They self-govern themselves for the most part. They have very localized government, and it seems as if the federal government really stays out of their business, which I kind of find cool. Yeah.
Well, do you think that most Iranians agree with the way that they do their, I guess, discipline or justice, if you want to call it? Like, do they agree with the public? Right. Do they don't agree with the public hangings and the slash whippings and stuff like that?
Absolutely not. I mean, like I said earlier, any country that's run by religious hardliners isn't going to work out. So, I mean, if these people want to come out and say anything, they'll be taken to jail. So many people have been taken to jail as due to the Green movement and all of this thing going on through there, which is why it's kind of been silenced too. And another thing is, what people don't realize is that when you have some of the most powerful countries in the world threatening Iran, or threatening any country, when somebody threatens you, the people of the country tend to come together more and unite. So if anything is happening right now, it's that the Iranian people are uniting behind their government because they have outside forces trying to come. For example, when 9/11 happened, we all united and backed up our government, and most of us did.
That's true. Well, people gotta understand though is, if we go, even if it's, bad like you're saying it is with the government, or it's not as free as over here, people got to understand is, if America was to go over there and take over, America ain't going to treat them like they do in America. They're going to treat them 10 times worse than their own government did. So it doesn't benefit us to go and try to bomb another country or take over another country, because we're just going to make it worse for them. But definitely, to all my brothers and sisters out there in Iran, I definitely hope they get their freedom too. We're definitely all in this together.
Absolutely.
No matter what continent you on, what country you on, everyone deserves to have a constitution and a right. Unfortunately, everybody has to fight. We all can't fight everybody's battles, unfortunately. But we all in this. What do you think is the view on most Iranians' minds towards Americans?
Iranians are, I might be a little biased in saying this, but I think Iranians are some of the smartest and brightest people in the world. They see past what is told to them. And, they understand that the battle between America and Iran is just a battle of governments. There's this new campaign that came out between Israelis and Iranians, and, they have a picture of an Israeli and it says, "I'm Israeli and I love, Iranians," and then an Iranian will take a picture and say, "I'm Iranian, I love Israelis," just to show that this isn't a battle between the people at all. This is just a battle between the elites, and they're trying to take, exactly, just like every other battle, and they're trying to take a hit to it.
Hold on, Amir. We're about to go to a break, and we'll be back, okay?
Cool, perfect.
All right.
Choose the best Republican candidate, first establish the candidates that are of basic moral character. Then select only the candidates